It is getting exciting here in the Indy Elite Series. This is round 10 of the 2019 season, and it is shown live here on ESBN, the Esports Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, and I am alone for tonight, so please bear with me for this one. But how exciting is it getting at the top of the standings here as we're getting closer to that finale at Indianapolis, as we take to the track here at Barber Motorsports Park. This is the Redline Ace Indy Grand Prix of Alabama. Zach Campbell winning last time out at COTA and ultimately taking the points lead, but it is that close. Just over 100 points between the top 5 and less than 20 points between Zach Campbell and Henry Bennett in the top 2. Adam Blocker and Andreas looking to close the gap here tonight. And it's looking very, very tasty as we get into the closing rounds of this race. It's going to be interesting. There's lots of things to ask questions here tonight. Can Joshua Chin continue his resurgence late in the season? Can the other 3 guys in the top 5, Joe Branch is there as well, let's not count him out. Can these guys close the gap to the top 2 and make this one hell of an exciting finale to the season? Only time will tell. And we have a good race up for you tonight. This, if I remember rightly, was one of the first races we showed on the previous Beaufort broadcasting. And it's been almost a year since we started showing live coverage of the Indy Elite Series, so we are ever grateful for that one. But here we are, just round 10 of the season at Barber Motorsports Park. See one of the Sadie Sim drivers just leaving pit road there. But without further ado, let's go out on track before we go to qualifying, shall we, and see what the story is right now. As we're with one of the Team Talent drivers. On board with them right now. Sorry. As that is Andreas. One of the men trying to close the gap to the top 2 here tonight. Hoping to do so anyway. With just over 2 minutes left in practice sessions, we've got people just finalising their runs here tonight. We've got Henry Bennett, who's currently top of the standings right now. The man currently second in points, driving for Powerslide Motorsports, trailing his teammate by less than 20 points. The man would love to get a win here tonight. He hasn't won a race this season yet. Would love to win one here tonight. Joshua Chin currently sitting in second. He's currently in pit road. Finn Lazier back here tonight as he's just stopped on track. Zach Campbell, championship leader, would love to extend his gap at the top here tonight. Let's not get the usual suspects in this. There's Simon Brighton there back this week at Barber. Jamie Wilson is here tonight, the man driving for Team Talent. Loves these road courses, and he only turns up for the road courses, so good to see him back out here tonight. We've got 26 drivers set to take the green here tonight. Bradley Walters is back tonight. John Downing, you see him out there on track as well. Right on board with him for a bit as he negotiates the twisty turns of Barber. Up the hill towards the right-hander. The last section of this course. Very interesting. He comes out the final turn, down towards turn 1 across the line. You see the pit straight there, the start-finish straight. It goes up and then down going towards turn 1. So interesting entrance into turn 1. Barber's always been an interesting track to negotiate. Really interesting to see how these guys do it here tonight. Eric O'Connor back in the field here tonight, the man in the 74. Good to see him back here. The independent driver. And let's not forget Andreas. He is out for business here tonight. He's going to try and do business as the checkered flag comes out to end the session here. And we're going to go straight into qualifying. So let's do this, shall we? I'm going to put the ticket gap up and we're going to put that down. So green flag is out for qualifying. Now let's see who is going to be the first man out on track. It's going to be Riley Thompson, I believe. I think McBride came out at the same time, but we're going to focus on Riley Thompson. Probably the unluckiest driver of the season so far, as he is come close to a decent finish, but has always had it snatched away from him near the end during the season. Let's keep an eye on him. We're on board with him right now as he went through that little corkscrew section there. Always a difficult section of corners there. Then again, all the corners around here are very difficult, so can't count any of them out. Yeah, this is definitely the got a championship feel here tonight. Championship implications are definitely going to be a factor here at Barber Motorsports Park. So many questions need to be answered here tonight amongst everybody in the field, as for some reason, yeah. That was Discord, sorry about that, folks. I'm just finalising everything here. There we go. So, 8 minutes left in qualifying. We're still focused on Riley Thompson here, as we've got times starting to come in. Riley Thompson will be the first man to set a lap time here. Let's see what he puts down here, as we're going to have times coming in thick and fast here. But we've got to see what the benchmark here is from the man driving for TDR. Out the final turn he comes now, down towards the start finish line. What is this going to be? A 1 minute 6.872. That is good. Well, that's the benchmark here tonight. Go to Nigel McBride. This is put a 1 minute 7.974, but I don't think it was counted. Andrew Kinsella taking over at the top of the board right now, currently in provisional pole position. Andreas Seat goes into second place. Chad Simpson got into fourth. Tim Miller currently sitting in fifth. And the Chicago's number 96. Joshua Chin, as expected, going straight to the top of the board here. No shock there. As Henry Bennett slots into second place, gets it all wrong. Going into turn one. Not what you want to do for your second lap here, Henry. Finn Lazier drops into third place. The gap is so close. It's less than a second between the top four. Kinsella on his second lap now. Jamie Wilson into seventh. Richard Holt into ninth. Bradley Walters, not usually a road course kind of guy, but he's there anyway. He's just outside the top 10. Would love to get a better time here tonight. As, oh, Joshua Chin gets it all wrong. Gonna have to abandon that lap. Still on the pole, but he is gonna be, he's had to sacrifice that second lap. There's only two drivers in the top, in the 1 minute 5s right now. Henry Bennett, the other one. There is Flynn Lazier hoping to get into the... Oh, as Flynn Lazier gets it all wrong on the exit and final turn. So he's not going to improve on his time either. Jamie Wilson improves. He drops it into fifth place. Eric O'Connor into sixth. Oh, well, Eric O'Connor up to the top 5 now, actually. The 1 minute 6.378. Joe Branch into 13th place. Driving the Triptacular Experience number 28, sorry. Joe Flanagan there in P15. Albert Bride, as we already mentioned, on him already tonight, he's in P16. There's John down in there, just negotiating his way around the track. I believe he's on his second lap now. We're waiting for times from Simon Bryant, Dakota DiCenzo, Andrew Wood, Zach Campbell, the championship leader, would love to put a time in. And we're going to focus on Adam Blocker here, as he's just set down one hell of a lap time. Third driver into the 1 minute 5s, 1 minute 5.918 for the man in the 19. Another man looking to close the gap to the top two here tonight. Let's not forget, it's power slide 1, 2 and 3 in the standings right now. Andrew Wood now out on track. Not seen him in a couple of races, but he's back here tonight. Driver for Team Talent. First time was a 1 minute 6.968. That's good enough for 13th. Sage Karam out on track now, driving for Coanda Sim Sports. See what he can put down. You know, we all know how good he is on road courses. As Karen gets it all wrong on the entrance to the final couple of corners. Not going to be happy with that. He's going to try again on his second lap. We're still yet to see times from Dakota DiCenzo, Zach Campbell, finally the entry, Jonathan Go. Zach Campbell is going to be serving a penalty here tonight. He's going to be starting from the back of the field. So, probably not a bad decision to not set a time here tonight. We're still focused on Sage Karam as he negotiates his second lap here. Down the hill he comes. Into the corkscrew section. Oh, I like to call it this corkscrew section anyway. Sweeping right-hander there. Now down to this left-hander. Use counterboards, but you do have to brake, but it's very sweeping left and right as he goes through the final section of corners now. A lot cleaner this time round. What can Sage Karam do here as he comes out of the final corner down towards the line? And he gets a 1 minute 6.813. That is only good enough for P10. Probably not going to be happy with that qualifying performance as Henry Bennett is back out on track now. Probably just turning laps at this point. As running a bit wide there. Flanagan out on track as well. People just turning the last few laps now before the race begins. I mean, we've got 90 seconds before the race starts. Karen just laying some laps down, trying to get the car underneath him, ready for this race. He's going to be just been replaced down to 11th. He was in 10th for a short while. And gets it all wrong out the final corner. So nice little off-road action there for Sage Karam. I know Sage will never forgive me for saying that, but never mind. Less than a minute till the race now. Let's go through our starting order of the top 10 anyway. Joshua Chin on the pole, Henry Bennett in second, Adam Blocker in third. Bryn Lazier will start in fourth, Andrew Kinsella in fifth, Eric O'Connor in sixth, Andreas Eek in seventh. 8th will be Jamie Wilson, 9th will be Andrew Wood, 10th will be Riley Thompson, Let's go for the rest of them. 11th will be Sage Karam. 12th will be Adam Dock. We'll be focusing on him at some point in the race. Richard Holt is 13th. Chad Simpson 14th. 15th, Simon Bryant. 16th will be John Downing. 17th, Noel McBride. 18th, Bradley Walters. Poor qualifying for him. 19th, Joe Branch. 20th, Tim Miller. 21st will be Ray Kingsbury. 22nd will be Joe Flanagan. And Tony Showen, the last driver taking the time, is in 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th will be DeCenzo, Campbell, Ench, and Goke. So, Joshua Chin, going to be the man on the pole here tonight. Going to be interesting to see how he can control the field here tonight. Got a good start last week. Last time we were racing at Kota. Can he get it done this time by? And just a reminder, you are watching the Redline Ace Indy Grand Prix of Alabama live from Barber Motorsports Park. I keep getting Barber wrong. This is round 10. This is 3 races left to go in this season. It's gone very quick. We have Long Beach after this one, and then we got the big finale at Indianapolis, the annual 500 that we have. That the series has, and it's going to be the first time we show it live on ESBN, so look out for that one. Going to be very exciting, and you know the league admins and the league owners are going to be throwing out a lot of promotion to that, so make sure you turn up for it. It's going to be a fantastic race, as of all the races have been so far this season. And this one's going to be no exception. 43 laps here at Barber. And they will go quite quickly. I mean, 1 minute 5 is nothing too long anyway. Not compared to Barber anyway. So, worry about that. If you want to watch some in-car footage, then Joshua Chin is streaming this one. I believe he's streaming it on Twitch, so make sure you tune into that one as well. So you can find him somewhere around there. He will be there. But anyway, the cars are about to start rolling here. You see the caution flag is out. That means they are ready to set off on their formation lap. We've got the Porsche safety car again. Joshua Chin on the pole, but the man we've got to focus on, or the guys we've got to focus on tonight, will be Henry Bennett, who's starting in second. Right behind them will be Adam Blocker. Andreas Eek starting back there in P7. And at the back of the field will be, where is he? Zach Campbell, you see him right there. Got a lot of work to do to get himself up the field, as I believe Sage Karam taking a EOL here, end of the line penalty, so not comfortable with how that car is running here tonight. Wants to be as far back as possible, and it looks like he's going to be starting at the back with Jonathan Goke. There's Adam Dock there, running the Menards paint scheme tonight. Good old Penske scheme. Anyway, let's go back to the leaders here as they are just coming to the final part of the circuit now. Up the hill there. Backing off the pace car, so you know it's getting ready to almost go time here. Lots of drivers here tonight, 27 in total. Should have the full 33 once we go to Indy in about a month's time. For another sweeping right-hander. I'm going to see a lot of sweeping corners here tonight as they come through the final sections of the corners. There goes the pace car, the field in control of Joshua Chin now. As they come through the final corner, Green flag is out and we're underway. 43 laps go here tonight at Barber. And almost immediately, Adam Blocker to second place and Henry Bennett starting to fall backwards already. Joshua Chin up to the lead. You see Little Azir working his way up to third place. Good position change there for him. But Henry Bennett, a shocker of a start as he's under attack from his teammate Andrew Kinsella. Going to be interested to see how Kinsella performs here tonight. Eco still staying in 7th place there. He's got Jamie Wilson right behind him. Not the qualifying he wanted here tonight. Would love to be further up the field as he's got Adam Dark, Riley Thompson, Richard Holt and Simon Bryant back there. The Sadie Sim driver as he's making a move on Richard Holt there, going into the left-hander. Down the hill and up the hill again. Holt able to hold on as Holt loses the back end of the car. It is around. And Joe Flanagan in it as well. Wow. Big disaster for Holt and Flanagan at that same section of the track. As Adam Blocker trying to close down on Joshua Chin. Chin knows how to win in this track. He won here last season. So Flynn and I believe Richard Holt are going to be out of this race now. Noah McBride is in pit road as well. Look what's happened to him. He's brought it down pit road. Let's take another look and see what's happened. I believe he's gone into it with Sage Karam here. Got into the grass. They were trying to avoid Richard Holt and Noah McBride. Big incident off track there after colliding with what happened to Andrew Wood. I believe he pit started, so he's in pit road. We've got a lot of damaged cars on pit road right now, but Joshua Chin is your leader now. We're on lap 3 of 43 here tonight. Eric O'Connor doing very well up there in P6 right now, just holding off one of the championship hopefuls here tonight. That's Andreas Eek right behind him. And what can Eek do here tonight? Let's focus in on Zach Campbell, already up to P13 here, chasing down Sage Karam. Karam has already made up a few spots as well. Might have a bit of damage on his car from the contact with Noah McBride. Doesn't look like he's got any, so might have got off lucky here. But Zach Campbell crucially moving through the field now, expected to be up in the top 10 at some point here tonight. Flynn Lazier now chasing down Adam Blocker at the same time as well. Son of Buddy Lazier. Oh, Lazier loses the back end and he's around. Doesn't hit anything, so he's good to keep going, but he's going to lose a lot of momentum, a lot of spots here. He gets back on track, and he gets back on track right behind Jamie Wilson. Remember the battle these guys had last week. Wilson and Lazier, no strangers to each other when they're out on track. Adam Dock there in P9, Riley Thompson in P10. Go back to Sage Karam and Zach Campbell. These guys are having one hell of a battle right now. No one locking up just in front of him. I believe that was Simon Bryant. There is Karam. There is Campbell. Coming down to this tight left-hander now. And can Campbell find a way past? No more incidents like that, please, Mr. Lazier. Lazier is back up and running again. And he's chasing down Wilson. Interesting to see if he's able to have another tasty battle like they did last week. John Downing is in P22. As that is Richard Holt back out on track. Only had wing damage by the looks of things, so he's got a fixed car again, but he's one lap down. That Campbell in pit road. Early pit stop for him. Let's see what happened here. I think he was stuck behind Sage Karam, decided to bring a pit side get an early pit stop out of the way. Joshua Chin, meanwhile, is your leader. You see him right there. Adam Blocker is in second. Henry Bennett back up to third now, as they're just coming to put a lap on Richard Holt now. Bennett still got his teammate, Kinsella behind him. We've got 3 Team Powerslide Motorsports cars in the top 5 right now. Eric O'Connor right there. You see Andreas driving for Team Talent right behind, well, over a second behind O'Connor now. Zia, meanwhile, has got around Jamie Wilson. Wilson's falling back a bit there now. Let's see Richard Holt there at the bottom of your screen, just getting out of the way of everybody else there. Back with Sage Karam, Commander Sim Sports driver. The only Commander Sim Sports driver in the field tonight. He's all over the back of Simon Bryant right now. See the battle there behind Riley Thompson. Riley Thompson just ahead of these guys as Sage Karam able to get around Bryant, and he's up to P11 now. Back where he was meant to start. Oh, the horrible twitch he got through that section of corners there. And that was the end of his race. Adam Blocker, though, not having such troubles. He's got a nice 3-second lead over Joshua Chin. Remember, Chin will probably go a bit longer than Adam Blocker here. Henry Bennett still keeping ahead of Flynn Lazier. Lazier right there. Eric O'Connor holding on to that last spot in the top 10. Andrew Kinsella in 6th. Eakin 7th. Riley Thompson in 8th. And look at Zach Campbell right behind him now. And can Campbell get by him? He's going to try and down to the inside. Campbell making it look just that easy. He came back out of pit road still in the top 10 ahead of Simon Bryant. Around Riley Thompson, so good on him. They're locking him up here in front of him, I believe. That might have been a lap car. I'm not sure who that was. But everybody really strung out right now. Not really any battles to speak of. There's Flynn Lazier currently occupying the 4th spot. You see Henry Bennett right ahead of him. Bennett's going to try to do everything he can. Stay ahead of Zach Campbell when the pit stops shake out. He needs to try and close that gap because Zach Campbell, that early pit stop has put him right in the picture here. And he's made his money stop. He can make it from here now. As we are on lap 28 of 43. Adam Blocker still your leader. Eric O'Connor there in top 5. Tim Miller, we've not spoken much about him tonight. He is down in P14. John Downing. Tony Showen. Rodney Walters 1 lap down. Danley Ench is 2 laps down in the World Sports Radio number 52. And just a reminder, you are watching the 10th round of the season. This is the Redline Ace Indy Grand Prix of Alabama. 3rd to last race of the season. And it's that man leading right now. Adam Blocker. Championship aspirations here tonight. Currently sitting 3rd in the point standings. A finish. If this race was to finish now, Adam Blocker will close in on Henry Bennett and Zach Campbell considerably here tonight. Joe Branch in trouble here. Going on there. Oh, got a big twitch and into the wall. In a big way. Get a better view of that. Going up the hill, got a big twitch and yeah, backs it into the wall. That's rear suspension damage there for Branch. I'm not sure if that's going to let him continue. He's back up to speed again. Might have to bring a pit side to get that damage looked at though. I think it's Zach Campbell to put a lap on him. It looks like Branch knows he's got damage. He knows that it might be terminal. The car's not driving right at all. Yeah, as expected, Joe Branch is going to bring a pit side. Get it looked at. I think this might be a terminal problem here for the man in the 28. Spectacular Memories sponsored car. Back to the race in a minute. Just going to focus on Joe Branch as he's getting it looked at. No confirmation as if he's retiring yet. He's still in the car, and there is confirmation he's out of the car. Joe Branch is out of this race. Let's go to focus on our focus driver of the night, Mr. Zach Campbell. Question of the night was, can he make it? Can he win it from the back of the grid? He's going the right way about it so far. But there wasn't commentary before? Oh, damn it. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what was going on with the microphone. I will get it looked at. But anyway, still had the voice. Still had the action on track, though, so... Never mind. But anyway... Oh, for goodness sake. So, with just over 10 laps to go, I've got to reset my thing, so I'll be back in just a moment. Not go anywhere, we'll be right back. I'm just going to head away for a commercial break. I've got a bit of a technical problem here. I'll be right back. And we're back live here at Barber Motorsports Park. That is your man right there out on track. Before we had all the technical glitches, I asked the question, can the man in the number 2 bring it back from the back of the grid to get the win here tonight? And you rejoin us live here at Barber. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. Unfortunately, I got the blue screen of death, so I love that one. Anyway, back at the front here, Adam Blocker still your leader here at Barber. As Joshua Chin still sitting in second. That Campbell up to third now, after Henry Bennett had to make his pit stop. It's going to be interesting to see if he can close the gap now. Zach Campbell getting the jump on the 007. Question is though, can Henry Bennett try and close the gap? He's about 20 seconds behind Campbell, so it's not looking likely with about, well, coming up to 5 laps to go here. We are going to be 5 laps to go. Is Blocker going to bring it pit side as well? Let's focus on Zach Campbell here. He's about 25 seconds, or 30 seconds behind Blocker. Before the pit stop started, Joshua Chin can stay out a bit longer, remember. He took that longer fuel load. Again, sorry about the technical difficulties here tonight. Blue screen of death really annihilated me here tonight. So Joshua Chin takes the lead. Adam Blocker back out of pit road, and he gets out just behind Joshua Chin. I remember Chin's still going to make a pit stop here, I believe. Riley Thompson in pit road now. He's looking good for a decent result here tonight as Andrew Kinsella goes by. Then Lazier goes by. He must have had a problem while I was having all the technical problems. He's down in P7. Adam Dock in pit road as well now. The wholesale pit stops right now, but here is your battle for the lead right now between Joshua Chin and Adam Blocker. It looks like Joshua Chin might have got the jump on Blocker through the pit stops. I think Joshua Chin, while we were on a commercial break, did take a pit stop. The Chin up to the lead now. Blocker in second. And only 4 seconds back now is Zach Campbell. So, going to be interested to see Zach Campbell getting a bit wrong through the grass there. We'll love his third win of the season. He's the only repeat winner of the season so far. And he's coming up to put a lap on Adam Dock right now. Let's go back to this battle for the lead though. Joshua Chin and Adam Blocker, 1 and 2. There's Zach Campbell in the background surgery before he switched. As you see, Ray Kingsbury off the track there. Back and find out what happened to him. Oh, that looked nasty. Let's go back a bit further. He's chasing down Tim Miller, it looks like. And he got it wrong going into the corkscrew section. Take another look there on a different camera angle. Yeah, through the corkscrew section, went down through the grass. Thankfully, did not hit that Armco barrier on the way down. Otherwise, that would have been the end of his night here. He's back up and running again. Let's go back to the battle for the lead, though. This is between Joshua Chin and Adam Blocker. Can Adam Blocker become the second repeat winner of the season? You know he wants to. With 3 laps to go here at Barber, it's all to play for between Joshua Chin. Can Chin get his second race win of the season? No, he's going to look to do it as he's got Adam Blocker still right on his tail. Zach Campbell looks like he's starting to fall away a bit now. Actually, the gap hasn't really changed at all. Still at 4 seconds. Joshua Chin and Blocker. There's going to be 2 laps to go here. Popsicle Sticks are going to be out this time by... So 2 laps to go here at Barber. Who is going to take the win here? Is it going to be Joshua Chin or is it going to be Adam Blocker? Blocker going to close the gap on Bennett and Campbell if things stay as they are. Taking a look on that inside, bit too far back to make a move to get around Tim Miller. Miller staying out of the way as that's good sportsmanship by the man in the 96. Into the right hand and now down through the corkscrew section. I don't know why I call it that. I just like it calling it that. Up the hill now through the left and right. Down the short straight, down into the left-hander, down the hill. Then up the hill again. And then down the hill again. As into the second to last corner now. Into the final corner. White flag out this time by, looks like Joshua Chin has got the slight advantage over Adam Blocker. Has Blocker given it up? Or will he have another stab at it before we go do the checkered flag here? Going to be very close. Blocker trying everything he can to close the gap between himself and Joshua Chin. Locks him up going through that left-hander. Who's going to take it? It looks like it's Joshua Chin at this point. Down through the corkscrew section. Blocker still there. Not close enough to 4/10 of a second. The gap between the two. Looks like Joshua Chin might actually have this one. As they're starting to come through the final part of the course. Up the hill again. We just had someone wrecking there. I'm not sure who it was. But here comes Joshua Chin. Second to last corner now. Adam Blocker, he's not got enough here. As Joshua Chin going to come across the line and win at Barber Motorsports Park. Adam Blocker going to have to settle for second here. That Campbell, a brilliant drive here from the back of the field to claim third place. Got to be proud with that one. Henry Bennett, meanwhile, going to settle for fourth place. Or is he? Because Eric O'Connor is right on his tail. Into the final corner. And Bennett just going to nick it there into fourth place. O'Connor having to settle for fifth. Andrew Kinsella, good run for him, is in sixth. Couldn't see it. Could have been a lot better for him there. He's wanted that seventh, wanted to be a lot higher, but he has to settle for seventh. Andreas Eek is going to have to settle for eighth here. And he finishes right behind Lazira as well, which is interesting. Riley Thompson gets a top 10. He's in ninth. And Simon Bryant in 10th there. Riley Thompson in 9th, actually. So your winner here is going to be Mr. Joshua Chin. So let's take down. Let's go to our interviews. Hopefully we can get an interview here with Mr. Joshua Chin. As I've got to start up Discord again. I apologise if you see any graphics on the screen. Anyway, let's find out who is where. As we're going to find out who is here. We've got nobody here right now, so let's go through our final finishing order while we're waiting. So your winner here is Joshua Chin, the second win of the season. We always knew he was going to be strong here, bringing home that second win of the season. As still waiting for interviews to start here. Joshua Chin. I'm gonna recruitment. So, while we're waiting for the top three, have a quick recap of the race. Unfortunately, technical gremlins are attacking me tonight, so it'll be that was annoying. Thank you to Andrew Wood and Jolts the Low for helping me out. So good to see that happening there. As we're going to bring in our race winner, Mr. Joshua Chin. Josh, the second win of the season here tonight after an epic battle with Mr. Adam Blocker. But you've got to be happy and relieved to finally get another win here on the season.
Yeah, I thought I had thrown away a win, and same as last year in turn 6, where I went in and just ran over the grass and had to repair the wing on the pit stop and lost 4 or 5 seconds, but managed to claw it back.
Yeah, making them pit stop work in your favour, getting the jump on Blocker, though, through that final pit stop and ultimately holding on. That must have been satisfying after making that final pit stop and getting out in front of him.
Yeah, it was a real nip and tuck with the pit stop. It was basically us right on top of each other. I don't know how much closer it could have been on pit exit because I know he about Takuma Sato'd into the side of me. So we were definitely pushing the issue on the pit exit.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, second win of the season, getting into a rich vein of form with 2 races to go. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's enough time to try and defend your championship, but definitely hitting a rich vein of form at the right time here at this end part of the season.
Yeah, the road course is definitely playing to my specialties a little bit, and it's disappointing to not get wins uh, at Detroit and last week at Coda, especially with the speeding penalty at Coda. But overall, it's the second half of the season has been going a lot better, a lot less self-induced mistakes, and that's been the biggest difference.
Speaking of the future, the next race we go to will be at the final road course of the season when we go to Long Beach. You got the win there last season. Josh, do you reckon you can do it there again?
I think so. I think it's going to be really, really difficult at Long Beach. Last year was super competitive, and this year will probably be even more competitive. I know Zach's looking forward to it as well. It's going to be tough. You have to stay out of the walls, and that was a big issue with the field at Detroit. So we'll find.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, congratulations on the win tonight. Probably wish you'd have got more wins earlier on in the season. You've been right up there in the championship fight, but definitely congratulations here for this one. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to for tonight's victory?
Yeah, everyone at Team Talent, Team Chimera, all the support throughout the week. We didn't get as much testing done this week and still came in with a fast car. Craig set up shop for supporting our car all year long and go get the setup that I ran the race with. It'll be up in probably about 2-3.
Well, Josh, congratulations one more time, and we will see you next time when we go to Long Beach.
Yep. Thank you guys and see you there.
That was Joshua Chin. Adam Blocker now joining me in the booth. Adam, you put up a good fight, got jumped in the last pit stops there, but second place, got to be happy with that, at least with especially with the championship in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely happy with my overall pace and my overall performance. Definitely my consistency. I was pretty consistent. Didn't really make any mistakes. Although I did make one strategic mistake. I should have, when Josh pitted in his last time, I saw he came out in traffic, so I was waiting to pit because I was also doing some pretty good laps, so there was no reason for me to pit then. But I just waited like 1 or 2 laps too long because he was a little bit faster when he came out than I was, and I just was too slow to react to that. So, but if I had come out in front, I think I could have won the race. So.
Yeah, but a good result here tonight. You actually closed the gap on the guys in front of you, them be your teammates, Zach Campbell and Henry Bennett. Going into the final 2 races, you've got to be going hell for leather now for those championship points. Am I correct?
Yeah, especially like I think I'm actually a little bit closer than like the 41 once, assuming I don't have any issues because I have like 2 really bad results that'll get dropped. and that their bad results aren't as bad as mine. So yeah, I'm definitely in the fight. Definitely going to go for it at Long Beach, and well, I know Long Beach would probably be high attrition if Detroit's anything to go by. It probably won't be as bad as Detroit, but then I'm always confident when we go to Indy. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Definitely just trying to get through Long Beach, minimize damage to Zach, and then take the fight to Zach and Henry at Indy.
Absolutely, and it's got to be satisfying for yourself at this point in the season to know that you're going to be fighting for a championship with two of your teammates. What are your thoughts going into that one? Is it going to be like a Hamilton and Rosberg situation where you're just absolutely going at it each other, or is there going to be a level of respect there as well?
I mean, we always show each other respect. I mean, Zach and Henry always race me really cleanly, so I don't think we'll have any problems. But at the same time, normally we're used to all being kind of at the front and racing each other hard. So sure, we might leave each other a little more room, but I think now we'll start racing each other a little bit more like other drivers, except obviously share setups and give each other feedback and all that stuff to try to make sure we're at the front as a group. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, it's not really any different. I don't really treat it any different when I'm actually in the race. So.
Well, Adam, congratulations on the second place. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to for tonight's result?
Yeah, just everybody at Power Slide. So especially I think Zach, Brian, they were the ones that, and myself were the ones that made the setup I was running. It felt really stable, pretty fast too. I didn't really have to push very hard to get the time out of it. So definitely pretty fun to drive, and definitely looking forward to lunch.
Okay, Adam, congratulations one more time, and we'll see you at the next race at Long Beach.
Yeah, see you then.
That was Adam Blocker, and joining me in the booth now is the man that's probably put on the performance of the night here tonight. Started from the back of the field and worked his way all the way up to third place with some pit strategy. Zach Campbell, you have got to be very satisfied with that result here tonight.
I am. I don't quite know how that happened, but it did, and I'm pretty happy with it. In all honesty, if I would have caught some lap cars differently, I probably could have caught Chin and Adam too, and been able to get.
Absolutely, but just give us your thoughts at the start of the race. You were starting at the back of the field, having to make your way through the pack, and then having to make that early pit stop. Was that early pit stop planned to try and get yourself forward, or were you just stuck in traffic enough and just thought, I'm just going to pit anyway?
I'd planned that ever since Joe told me I had to start at the back, and I was like, well, I might as well just pit early, get in clean air, and then hit qualifying laps for the rest of the race. So that's basically the thought process behind that and why I did it. And I knew it would work out in some fashion, and I'm really happy it did.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you, and you definitely came away with the podium tonight. Definitely put on the performance of the night here at Barber Motorsports Park. I asked this to Adam Blocker just a minute ago, but how satisfying does it feel to you that you're going to be battling two of your teammates going into the final two races for the championship?
It doesn't feel that satisfying because I'm still giving them the setups that I'm making, and that's the problem, is that we're all making setups for one. And well, it's weird. We'll just leave it at that. It's weird.
Is it going to be a Hamilton and Rosberg situation, do you reckon?
Only if it's like Spain 2016 plus an extra.
Yeah, then some rookie's going to win it. Anyway, Zach, congratulations on the third place. Going into Long Beach, what are your thoughts going into that? I heard Adam saying that you were looking forward to this one.
As long as I live, that's the whole deal. As long as I live through Long Beach and then I live through Indy, I'll be happy.
And you got to be nervous going into the final two races. I'm sure it's going to be one hell of a show. Zach, congratulations one more time. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to for tonight's result?
Buckshot Jones for always being the most inspirational figure in my life. I'd also like to thank Joe for putting on the league. All the Kevins out there, and let's see who else. Oh, my crew chief for taking 200 pounds out of the car before the race so I could pass.
Absolutely, definitely paid off. So thanks to the crew chief for that. Power Slide Motorsports occupying 3 spots in the top 5. Great result for you guys tonight. Definitely in the team's championship. Zach, congratulations one more time, and we'll see you next time when we go to Long Beach.
Thank you. Hopefully I can talk to you after Long Beach.
Hopefully. Well, that was our top 3 in the standings there. That was Mr. Zach Campbell. But that is going to do it for us tonight, I believe. So, great race here tonight. Again, I apologize for the absolute disaster that was my computer having the blue screen of death. But hopefully, if you can forgive me for that one, I showed some great racing action, I'm pretty sure. For the most part, managed to catch the end of the race as well, so that was even better. But anyway, let's go through the results before we go anyway tonight. Joshua Chin bringing home the victory tonight. Adam Blocker in second. Zach Campbell rounding out the top 3. And that championship fight definitely getting closer, especially with Henry Bennett coming home in 4th. Eric O'Connor, the independent driver, coming home in 5th. So Powerslide Motorsports occupying 3 of the top 5 spots. Got to be impressive. Then you go to another Powerslide Motorsport driver. That is Andrew Kinsella in 6th place, Flynn Lazier in 7th. Andreas Eek, not the result he wanted tonight if he wanted to close the gap. Gonna fall behind a bit further with that 8th place finish. Riley Thompson getting a good result tonight. He is in top 10. In 9th, and Simon Bryant on his return tonight completes your top 10. In 11th place is Adam Dock. 12th, Bradley Walters. 13th, Tim Miller. 14th, going to Ray Kingsbury. 15th, Tony Showen. 16th, Dan Lee Enge. 17th, John Downing. And it's all messed up here. 18th, I believe, going to... No, it's not going to show me. Okay. So that was the results there for tonight's race. Good racing here tonight and good result for everybody. As that is going to do it for us here at ESBN. Again, one more time, sorry for the result, the cut off there, the connection issues. I hope you guys understand. These things happen. But anyway, that is going to do it for us tonight. Next race in action you're going to see on your screens will be this coming Wednesday when we go to Pocono with Top Fuel Racing as they return from a 3-week hiatus. It's going to be good to see them back out on track for the next round of the series. Can Scott Brinson continue the defence of his championship? As we go to that one Thursday, we have a new series. We have Somo coming to. We're going to have ESBN drivers fans choice. As we have Somo, and we have another racing series coming to you on Thursday. Be interesting to see how that one is going to be. Classic Indy cars for that one. Friday we're taking the night off, and then Saturday we will have Adam and Derek back in the booth when they take to the track at Bristol with the NASCAR Online series, and then that is going to do it for the week. So all that's left for me to say right now is keep it clean, keep it green. We will see you on Wednesday at Pocono for Top Fuel Racing. I hope you had a good show. I hope you enjoyed the race tonight, and we'll see you next time with in the Indy Elite Series when we go to Long Beach. It's going to be a good race there. And yeah, have a good night. We'll see you next time.